you today on this Lord's Day morning. This is the day that our God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth, and I am Dr. Ruth, vowing to tell you the truth and not a lie, because the greatest part of truth is Ruth. That is me. I am she, of course, family system specialist and Christ-centered coach. And I'm so glad to be with my great leaders, my friends out in media land, all over the land. You are valued. Thank you so much for watching this show every morning, or listening to it, however you view it, however you take part in it. Thank you so much for allowing me to encourage you. And as I said in a few episodes ago, I will always try to come on here very enthusiastically and release that enthusiasm on you before you go out into the cruel, crazy world. But it's going to be a better world because you are in it. And that is a beautiful thing. So in our last few episodes, we've been on the hot topic of let's talk communication. Okay. And so today we're going to focus on the topic of stress talk. Yes, stress talk. And so, like hot gossip, stress can spread quicker than a communicable disease. So, you've got to watch and be aware of what you say, how you are saying it, and when you are saying it. I have a commandment, which is a number one rule in households, especially around your children. Number one rule is do not embarrass the children. Do not embarrass your children. Be aware of where you are when you are speaking to your children and what you are saying to them. Because even if someone else does not hear what you're saying, you have to be aware that what you say influences and affects their emotions, their spirit. And so, as parents, as leaders raising future great leaders, you must make sure you are shaping them positively and not negatively. Trust me, when they leave outside of those doors or they are not around you, and even watching media with cyberbullying that's going on, children get enough. And so, again, being a great leader, raising future great leaders, you have to be aware. I recall being in the grocery store many years ago, over 20 years ago, and there was this little kid, let's call him BJ, and Bartholomew Jr. He was climbing into the meat freezer and he was being a kid. I would say he was about 3 or 4 years old. His mom comes by, she smacks him on the rear end and yells out explicatives. And I happened to be standing there. Of course, my mommy hairs rose on the back of my neck. I really wanted to say something to her that was not so nice because of the way she yelled at this innocent child, even though he was just being a child. But he looked up at me and his eyes whelmed with tears because, of course, he was embarrassed. Not just the pain that he felt on his tush, but the embarrassment of noticing that someone else saw his mother that he loved dearly yell at him. And so we have to be aware of how we are speaking and communicating with our loved ones verbally, because the tone and the not just the words, but the tone and the body language that's used conveys even a greater message than simply the words themselves. And so, as a great leader, I'm sure you want to raise healthy kids because you understand that your leadership starts in your home. Again, those are your first followers, those are your first fans, those are your first workers, because you are working together to foster a healthy home environment. And so, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and read our daily truth scripture for today, which is found in one of the best chapters to describe how we should be acting and living life as Christ following great leaders. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. I will read from two different translations. In your own time, you go back and you read two other translations to get deeper clarity on what the writer was attempting to convey to us as readers. And so, the scripture reads in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. I'll tell you what love means in a second. Next translation I'll read from, and the final translation that I'll read from. Love endures with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful, and it is not jealous or envious. Love does not brag and is not proud or arrogant. Now, when I did a study in Hebrew, I found out what love actually meant. Love meant value. A lot of times we do not value the conversations that we have with the people in our household because maybe they're not paying clients. Maybe they're not people that are going to get on social media or other platforms or on the telephone and sing our praises. There are people that we see every day and we just expect them to automatically respect and revere us. That's not necessarily the case, especially if we're not first showing value or love to them. Let's talk about two smooth stones. One from our previous episode, and you'll need to go back to the other 3 episodes before that to get 1, 2, and 3. We're going to discuss number 4 from our previous episode, as well as today's smooth stone for success. Yesterday's smooth stone for success was don't allow no thing to separate you from your family. No thing, not money, not fame, not anything. Don't allow no thing. Notice I did not mention God. He will never separate you from your family. God created family. He wants you and your family to live together in harmony and be a light and an example in this cruel, crazy world. Number 5 of our 5 smooth stones is be kind to your family before you are kind to others on the outside, because if not, you're living the life of a hypocrite. Ouch! I know that seemed hard, but I had to say it because I'm Dr. Ruth and I vow to tell you the truth and not a lie. You have to learn how to spread the love in before you can take the love out. And that's winning at your families and your family life. God bless you. This has been Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth. I'm looking forward to seeing you on our next episode. Stay prayerful and watchful as you go out into this world and have yourself a blessed rest of your day. Bye-bye. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of your Daily Truth with Dr. Ruth. If you like what you've heard, please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment on other social media platforms. Share with a friend, a neighbor, or coworker that can really utilize the information that has been taught here today. For more information or a free consultation, or if you just need counseling or coaching or someone to talk to, reach out to me at Dr. Ruth at drruthcharles.com. That's DRRUTH at DRRUTHCHARLES.com. If you want a community of like-minded people that you can join in with that would understand you and you can offer solutions to them, feel free to join our Leader Live Leadership Facebook group. Again, that's Leader Live Leadership Facebook group. I'm looking forward to being with you on another episode. Until then, have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.